Well, it seems to me that if there was ever a time where it was clear there was a need for improved political management, that time is now, really. Politics does matter, but we've got to make sure that our politicians are served well with professional staff who are really ready to take on all of the various pressures, challenges that come to them. I'd been a journalist before I worked on Parliament Hill. I knew a lot about what was happening here, and yet still coming in and starting to try to understand the relationships that you had to build with public servants, with other political parties, with stakeholders, with interest groups, and really to try to make sure you were doing things that were really in the interests of the country at large. And that's a big assignment for everyone. That's a big assignment for politicians. It's a big assignment for the public service. But political staffers have to be thinking in those kinds of terms too, rather than in short-term terms. So that's why these courses could be really valuable, I think, in terms of Ottawa and preparing people for these kinds of jobs. I think if I was giving advice to young people or even mid-career people who were thinking about working politically, it would be to encourage them to do it, because I think it's an important job and an important contribution to the country. But I'd also want to talk to them about ensuring that they're preparing their skills and thinking about the skills that they're going to need and apply, and to wonder whether or not they've got all of the academic background they have to come in and to be able to understand all of what's going on. Parliament Hill is a lot more complicated than it used to be. There are just enormous numbers of lobbyists, stakeholders, interest groups, the opposition parties. There's more political parties in Parliament than there used to be. That makes it more difficult to manage. The media have increased in terms of 24/7, so the pressures in the political dynamic are just enormous, and it's important to be a professional and to be providing good professional advice to the politicians and to understand the kinds of pressures they're under. And I think some academic work and some meeting people who have done those jobs in the past and having opportunities to learn from them could be extremely valuable for the process. I think Carleton University really is in a perfect position to take on the task of really starting this kind of a course and being the first to do it and lay the groundwork. The departments they've already got, the courses they already offer, the combination of courses in journalism, in public service management, in business management, in international relations, in public affairs, all of those things fit so well into what political staffers have to know and understand and be thinking about. And so it's just an absolutely natural fit. Carleton has the talent and it has access to the talent in terms of just being a few miles from Parliament Hill and being able to bring the reality into their discussions and into their classrooms and lecture halls so that people are getting a real first-hand look at what's happening and how to really best tackle these issues.